What's up, guys, and Merry Christmas. It's Andy Drifter back again with some more SGC reveals. It's been an interesting month for former NXT champ Mandy Rose. She held onto that title for over a year. Not too long ago, she created an account on FanTime. For those of you that don't know, it is very similar to OnlyFans. She posted some racy content. I don't know exactly what she posted. She lost her title on the 13th, and the next day she was fired from the WWE. Not too long ago, she said that in her first week on FanTime, she made over $500,000. I don't know how accurate that figure is. According to Google, the highest earner on OnlyFans is Black China. If you don't know who she is, you can look her up. Now, I know beauty is subjective, but me personally, I find Black China to be hideous not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. And Google says that she makes over $20 million a month. So if she's making that kind of money, a beauty like Mandy Rose should be a billionaire in no time. I don't know where her wrestling career goes from here. She's only 32 years old. As far as this card goes, it is a 2022 Panini Prizm Red Prizm Auto. It is numbered 23 out of 99. Came back as a 9.5. I would estimate the value of this card somewhere in the 125 to 150 range. If her popularity increases on that platform, or if she steps into AEW, could go up in value. Dylan Carlson was a first-round draft pick by the Cardinals in 2016. There was a lot of hype surrounding him. 2020 was his first year. Now, mind you, that was a shortened season. His stats were pretty measly that year. However, 2021 was far more impressive. He put up decent power numbers and showed a lot of promise. 2022 was supposed to be his breakout season, but his stats across the board regressed. And at the moment, from what I've been reading, the Cardinals are listening to trade offers. Now, despite his woes at the plate, he is an excellent outfielder. So perhaps the Cards may think about hanging on to him since they got rid of Harrison Bader. I don't know. He's still relatively young. This card is quite an eye-catcher. It is a 2021 rated rookie pink velocity. It is numbered 44 out of 249. Hopefully he improves. He can't get much worse than what he did this year. Now, he's been battling injuries, maybe a little bit of nervousness, trying to live up to the hype. Hopefully he can get it together in 2023, regardless if he plays in St. Louis or elsewhere. Yeah, I'm highly disappointed that this Steph Curry Purple Prizm card came back as an 8. I was hoping for at least a 9. Steph Curry, many regard him as the best three-point shooter of all time. A perennial all-star, 2-time MVP, 4-time NBA champ. He was part of that 75th anniversary All-NBA team, and when his time comes, he will be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. As far as the raw value of this card, I've seen it for as low as $300 and as high as $700. Probably closer to the $300 range now that the Warriors aren't playing so well, but there's still a lot of games left to go. And once you reach the playoffs, you're playing with a whole new slate. As far as graded versions of this card, I haven't seen too many. I saw a Beckett 9.5 being sold for $1,000. And I think I saw a PSA. I don't recall what the grading was, but that was being sold for $1,000. So the fact that there aren't that many graded versions of this card around may be a good thing in my favor. I would say a fair evaluation of this card would be in the $500 to $600 range. If you're watching this, feel free to comment below and tell me what you think. I mean, now that I look at it, I do see some issues with the centering. I took a closer look at the back of the card, and that upper right corner could be a little better. But hey, SGC declared it as an 8, so I'm going to have to respect that. But that's the third card that I have for you in this video. Next up to bat is a 2020 Bowman Chrome Draft Sapphire variant of Heston Kjerstad. Came back as a 9.5. He was the number 2 overall pick of the 2020 MLB Amateur Draft. There was no minor league season in 2020. He was supposed to start the next year, but he was diagnosed with a heart condition, so he had to sit out. So 2022 was his first run in the minors, and he split that season between Low A, High A, and the Arizona Fall League. And with each stop, he got better and better. And after the season was over, he walked away with MVP honors of the Arizona Fall League. We have seen the Orioles do a great job in drafting young talent. Jorge Mateo, Adley Rutschman, Ryan Mountcastle. They were in the playoff mix all season long. They fell just short. But rest assured, they will be making some more noise in years to come. Hopefully, Kjerstad can pick up where he left off. He is supposed to start next season for Double-A Bowie. So perhaps in a year or two, we will see him join the big show and add to the O's lineup. He is a power-hitting lefty who can hit the ball in all directions, and he's got a very strong arm. So I'm excited to see what Kjerstad will do in the future. Steven Kwan had a very nice rookie campaign as he finished 3rd in AL Rookie of the Year voting. He also came away with his first Gold Glove. He played all parts of the outfield, but he was awarded the GG as a left fielder. He finished the season with a batting average just under 300. He was 2nd in the majors with 7 triples. His teammate Ahmed Rosario had 9, which led the majors. Stole some bases, 19 to be exact. The Guardians. Christ, I could catch hell for saying that. The Guardians won the AL Central, so he got his first taste of playoff experience. But the most impressive stat was that he walked more than he struck out. And he's the first rookie to do that since Dustin Pedroia in 2007. That year, Pedroia won Rookie of the Year, and the next year he won an MVP. So Steven Kwan is well on his way. I could see this guy competing for batting titles in the near future. This card here is a 2022 Topps Update Green Ice Foil Rookie Card variant. It's numbered out of 499. And it came back as a 9.5. I was lucky enough to pull this out of a pack, I do believe. It might have been a hanger box. But yeah, there it is. Steven Kwan, one of your finalists for AL Rookie of the Year. And finally, we come to the curious case of Dale Murphy. I use this beauty as the thumbnail for this video. Dale Murphy exhausted all his chances of Hall of Fame induction on the traditional ballot, but not too long ago, he made an appearance on the Modern Era Committee ballot. That was comprised of 8 players, 16 voters. You needed 12 of the 16 to get in. Murphy got 8 votes, and he fell short once again. The only player from that ballot to get in was Fred McGriff. Murphy's detractors will point to his longevity stats as the reason for him not getting inducted into Cooperstown. They'll point to his career batting average of .265. They'll point to his career home runs of 398, which falls just short of 400. That's usually where the conversation begins. His career hits was just over 2,100. And he's got no rings. And I understand all that, and I respect that. But one of the pieces of criteria for Hall of Fame induction is, was this player dominant for a period of time? From 82 to 87, Dale Murphy was a top 3 player in the majors. In that 6-year time span, he made 6 All-Star appearances. He won 4 Silver Sluggers. He had 4 top 10 MVP finishes. As you can see on the inscription on this card, he took home the hardware 2 of those years. He got 5 Gold Gloves. And he did the 30-30. Now back then, doing that was a big deal. It's still an achievement, but not so much since 4 guys have done the 40-40. He was an excellent center fielder. And I understand that longevity stats supersede if a player was dominant for a period of time. So I don't know where Dale Murphy goes from here. I don't know how it works with that modern era ballot. I know on the traditional ballot, if you get 5% of the votes, you stay on for up to 10 years. I don't know if the same principle applies. I got a chance to meet him in 2018 in Cooperstown. Great guy. Just embodies baseball. A true ambassador of the game. I don't know. If Harold Baines is in, I think Murphy should be in. I know Jim Thome was a great guy and he had over 600 home runs, but I'm not saying he was not a Hall of Famer, but he sure as hell was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. But this card here is an absolute beauty. He's got a great sig, as you can see. It's got the inscription. So I am proud to have this as part of my collection. And this one came back as a 9.5 as well. So that is it for this SGC Returns video. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more uploads.